So Patrick Mahomes and the GOAT debate, is he still in it? I think he is. I was watching Rob Parker and them talk, and I usually don't agree with the other cat, but I had to agree. He's still in it. Um, because all he has to do is win a certain amount of rings and it's accolades. It's not just based on winning Super Bowls. That's not the criteria. It's MVPs, it's dominance, it's how when you look at his body of work, worst case scenario, he was to leave today, he'd still be one of the three greatest ever. It'd only be Brady and Montana. He's in that argument. Before people come at me with, well, Bradshaw got four and all that, he played with a better stacked team. You give Mahomes that to work with, he's probably got five easily. And considering he's been to seven straight AFC championship games his career, that level of dominance is what is the measuring stick. That's the measuring stick. Remember, Jalen Hurts is the only guy to beat Mahomes since Brady. And remember, Brady got him twice with the AFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl. He don't lose that often. So when you look at that track record, that's dominance. So yes, the guy would still very much be in the conversation. You know, he gets about five rings, and then you take on league MVP. He gets another league MVP, another Super Bowl MVP, and then when you put stats and everything together, it's hard to argue against what he did. Now I know people are going to use the Joe Montana 4 and 0, and Montana was my dude coming along, but the totality and what he had as a team and what he had around him is way better than what Mahomes had. And I think Mahomes is a better quarterback overall. Now, clutch and being better is two different things. Mahomes is in the clutch argument because it's come from behinds and what he's done. But Montana was like poetic. But the thing about with Montana though is that again, he didn't have the kind of he didn't have the kind of run this guy's had in that regard. You know, because I mean, I still am a firm believer with Tyreek Hill. With when it comes back to Mahomes, you put the right pieces there, they're a different situation. They got things they got to retool. But his level of dominance, you're in an era where you have some pretty talented quarterbacks. Joe Burrow. You have two guys who won league MVP. Lamar Jackson's won it twice. Josh Allen's won it once, and they've not cracked through the code that is Mahomes. So that should tell you how dominant he is. He's dominating in the era. So, you know, so his the benchmark and where he's at is higher. Let's not even get into this other stuff about, he's in the top three ever right now, regardless. Anything of what have you, he would be. So it all still comes down to, yes, he could still make a case. It would, and if he, let's just say he is the half of what he's had his first 7 years. Next decade, and he plays another 7, 8 years, and he has the equivalent to what he has. But then, yeah, because everything will statistically and the numbers and accolades, everything and the championships will, beyond that. That's the kind of, there's a certain high expectation that we're still looking at him at. But this is the interesting thing. People used to badmouth Brady and they didn't like him. But people like Peyton Manning and call him the cheat and the Patriots and all that. But Mahomes comes along and all of a sudden Brady's flavorful. It's interesting, but some of it is racial and some of it is because you don't know how good you had it. Obviously, there haven't been black quarterbacks that have been dominant, so that's something that you don't get enough that's talked about. So we can never ever say the playing field is level because this is a first of its kind, and there's never been another quarterback like Mahomes that has utilized and been there. So that's the fact. Whether people who don't like to hear the facts. The other thing is that they appreciate Brady's longevity and the duality of his career. Because Tom Brady is kind of like the Roger Clemens of quarterbacks. He got even better as time went on, and no one knew that he had all that other side of him. So, you know, but again, a lot of things, have to happen. So, but yeah, Mahomes is still very much in the GOAT argument. It's just that he take a hit, and we got to see what the next chapters of his career is like and what they get with free agents and everything like that. But tell you right now, he's the go away today, tomorrow. He's top three ever as we speak. Top two. I make a case over him over Montana still. just can't put him over Brady. And it's not just because of the rings, it's also because of the totality. But again, we haven't seen the end of Mahomes. We just seen the first part. The first part merits a top three consideration, top two to three easily. That's already established. If he was not to play another down, the other aspect remains to be seen. So we'll see. But some people are going to try to downplay him. There won't be another quarterback that'll dominate like him that's out. You'll get quarterbacks that can win. They won't dominate like what he's done. That's almost hard to do. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like and hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm my peace.